This.
We are now recording the October 18th, 2019 Small Business Accounting Advisors. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Hey, did you guys all know that Lynda's birthday is tomorrow?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Did you stick your tongue out at me?
No,
On
smile.
my birthday? Seriously?
Your birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right, you're good then.
So is your dinner date tonight for tomorrow, or do you get dinner tonight and
Yes,
tomorrow?
I don't want dinner 2 nights in a row. I might do want dinner, but I don't want to eat out at a restaurant 2 nights in a row. So it's tonight. Some friends are taking me out for dinner. We're going down to Naples where the old people are and go eat at 5 o'clock at night. Happy hour.
Well, have fun and enjoy.
Oh, I'll have fun. I haven't seen them in a while. They just came back from Africa, so I'm actually looking forward to see them. And she's a photographer, so there'll be some really cool pictures of her.
Ooh, that'll be fun. That'll be lots of fun. So enjoy.
Thank you.
Well, while we still have you, let's talk about what you'll be doing with Scaling New Heights.
Ask Matthew because he doesn't know what we're doing.
What?
You know what we're doing?
Is the Scaling New Heights, and this is virtual. This is not in real life.
Wasn't that back in May?
No. Don't we have to do something this weekend about that?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Lynda books all this stuff all the time for me. I'm like, we're doing what now? What did you sign me up for?
Pre-recorded, right?
Yeah. They're doing a virtual summit or virtual conference basically. And after we did our QB community live demonstration of QuickBooks Online Advanced, they reached out and said, we loved it. We would like you guys to redo it so we can show it on our summit. So we're going to make a video.
He's making me work on my birthday.
So you've already submitted your slides. Now you just have
No
to...
slides.
No slides.
No slides.
Video?
We wicked smart.
We have slides.
You printed them.
Well, he wants me to help edit. Ernest and I are doing a session together, and he wanted me to help edit the PowerPoint and add to it and all this. So,
Are you editing them on paper?
See how advanced I am now.
So what is your session on, Sarah?
It's tools and tips for exporting data to migrate QuickBooks desktop data. So
nice.
We'll talk about new data files and the reasons to have them, and then ways to export. So I'll demo exporting, and then he's going to talk about importing, and I believe he's going to do Sage.
Oh, wow.
PowerPoint.
Out of QuickBooks into Sage, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's basically the same concept as any program. You know, monthly history, journal entries.
And Scaling New Heights is okay with this?
This isn't Scaling New Heights. Is it Scaling New Heights? Oh, it is Scaling New Heights.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he that's not like QB Connect, which is all into it. I mean, Scaling New Heights works with other.
Okay.
So unless he's going to do QuickBooks, I don't know. Go away.
Well, Joe is a big QuickBooks, and he was all into it. I guess he's now broadening his horizons again.
Well, it's a lot about advisory, so I guess if you look at some of the bigger programs, right?
We have to pick the best that's for our clients. So there are Sage people in Woodard. You know,
That's true.
Centered people in Woodard. So, and we're talking about data. I mean, it's you know, the theories and concepts behind.
You know, I heard about this really, really good app that if you ever need to like take your QuickBooks desktop file from one desktop file to another one, it really helps you get your trial balances out really quickly and easily.
And they call it TVX or something like that.
Yeah, they've got a catchy slogan, but I can never remember it myself.
Oh.
Either. I can never.
No, you had it down.
Oh, that's funny. So my little mascot here should learn it. Oh, she's got the sharpest teeth.
All righty. Well, Shannon, you did want to mention something. It was about the weather.
It's 1 degree warmer in southern Minnesota than it is in San Jose at this current point in time. It is 71 degrees here and it is 70 degrees in San Jose.
That is crazy.
It's 73 in Ventura,
Heat
I
waves.
think.
So
Love
I
this time of
guess Lynda is now on her way to dinner. Bye, Lynda.
Bye. Where'd she go?
Thanks for saying bye.
Poof, goodbye.
Her
Happy
husband
hours,
was ready
Lynda.
and she was too. We're like chopped liver.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. We had a really good time when we did our recording with QB Community Live. So I'm actually looking forward to doing that recording this weekend. You know, I got to put some traps in place for her while we're recording. Mwah.
Well, enjoy, have fun. Don't make her work too hard tomorrow, please.
I sort of like the idea that it's pre-recorded, so we can we screw up, we can fix it.
I can edit it, which means I could put alligators in there too.
Oh no!
No.
Yeah,
The other
but then
one-
Lynda can put in slow speed car chases.
Yeah, good point. Good point. We actually just set up to do some webinars on for workers' compensation with AP Indigo. That's going to be on CPA Academy. The first one's going to be October 30th.
Awesome. Will you please put information on our group?
Yep, I gotta get the information. I'll be more than happy to do it. But it's going to be a pretty cool presentation talking about workers' compensation. We did a good job of making workers' compensation fun to talk about.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
That's a lead into a question.
And that's on CPA Advisor?
CPA Academy.
CPA Academy, sorry.
And you're talking about workers' comp as in preparing for a workers' comp audit, or what's the topic?
So there's going to be 2 different ones. The first one's more on like the advisory aspect of it for compliance. So we'll be talking about what really workers' comp is, how it's different, because it varies from state to state to state. Some states like California, you have different workers' comp class codes based on the pay rate. So if you make more than, like for painters, if you make more than $26, you're at it's a different comp code than if it's lower. And then really it's because AP Indigo and Intuit, I don't know if you've noticed, but they've been building out more landing pages on Intuit's website, and they're starting to focus some more attention towards the payroll product, and especially with AP Indigo, which great product, really, really cool. I love the pay-as-you-go setup onto it. So it just makes the going through an audit so much easier, which is a headache always.
Always, right? Nice.
And then at QBO, can you do separate pay codes on the different types of labor?
Good question, and boy, that'd be great if you could, right?
So how do they, so I have the impression that, okay, so Intuit has a workers' comp product now that you can pay as you go, but where are they getting the information to pay as you go?
Well, so it's AP Indigo is who is on the background of that, their backside, I should say. And you can do a single comp code per employee. You can't do more than one comp code.
States. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so what you do is when you go in to set up your employee, you have one of the tabs is to add in your comp code. And when you do that, that's what triggers and makes it possible for the reporting to be created.
Excellent.
The only difficult thing is if you have something where like I was saying before, if you gave somebody a raise and they changed codes, you need to capture all of your reporting, save that, because once you change the code, it changes.
The retroactive?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Yeah.
One of the things, like I've got a big spreadsheet on my desk right now. In desktop, when I'm doing a workers' comp audit and say the audit period is through the end of September, October through September, and I need all my sub numbers, I can go in and do a 1099 report or, report. And I don't think I can do that
I haven't found a way. And what really, when it comes to workers' compensation, like if you're switching from accounting platform, or I'm sorry, from payroll providers to another one, all of these policy periods are so different all the time. Bye, puppy. It'll be from June 21st, 2018 to June 21st, 2019, that it's hard with reporting. So I've been creating an Excel template sheet that basically helps do all of the calculation stuff.
Oh,
That you
nice.
can break it out, and basically the point of it is to take the totals and be able to prove the calculation against the quarterlies. So that way, when you're done, you feel good about the fact that you've given the audit person, whoever's doing the audit, the information they need, because it's difficult. I love AP.
It's got to be coming, don't you think? I mean,
it should already be, like, honestly, that's an app to make, right?
Right.
This is one of those things that, first off, why is it all the policies are so varied? Why can't we just do it off a quarter? Like,
I know, right? That would make it so much easier.
I actually will tell clients, cancel the policy and tell them to start on the first day of a quarter.
That's the way of doing it.
I have one. This one's like October 8th or something. We do September 30th. Hell with it. I don't give it to
brilliant.
Well, problem solved, Matthew. It's so simple.
It's so simple.
Sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees.
That's the date I'm pulling those reports.
This is why I love this group.
You want to test it to the payroll returns. I want to prove to the auditors that I haven't manipulated any of these numbers, and here are my returns to back it up. When you have like October 8th, nobody can reconcile.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll show you guys the sheet that I've been working on, and it's a pain in the rear. All the formulas and stuff inside of it. We've set it up to where.
No, Mars was August 23rd, and we pay once a month, the last day of the month. Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I like Sara's solution. Cancel the policy and start.
Yeah,
Enough people start doing that, then maybe auditors.
They don't like to do it. But I have a client, a really large client. His was a weird date. So his year ends June. It's a corporation. And I said, you tell them to make all policies end June 30th.
Good for you, Sara.
Back and he's like, oh, they blah, blah. I said, do you tell them you're leaving them?
I'm going to try it.
Our policies are changing to 6:30. I'm like,
there you go. Solve that problem.
They work for us, people. Don't let some insurance agent tell you what to do.
See, and maybe the work comp audits that I've done are just simpler than the ones in other states, but it doesn't matter to me when the policy period is, because it's on the letter, and all of our audits are done online, and they understand. I've never had one rejected because the dollar amounts didn't match the quarterly returns, which is the numbers that they're basing everything off of. But I also include a payroll summary for the policy period with my audit.
So where it started to become more difficult for me and very educational was when you start having different pay types. There are certain things like mileage reimbursement that is not included.
No.
I'm trying to create an entire list of the different types of pay types and which ones are included and which ones are not, because that's where my calculations would become difficult. You're sitting there, you combine all of the regular wages together. And at first I've been changing the sheet, but that means I was taking my regular, my holiday, my sick, my vacation, all of these different little details, putting all that together and trying to add it all up, and the numbers wouldn't add up just right. So having a master list of what is considered part of the regular wages, what's not, like employers' contribution towards retirement is actually deductible from the workers' comp remuneration rate. So Shannon, if you have...
No, it's right off the DOL, not gross wages. It's gross wages plus adjustments. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, because mine are always, they want the regular wages and the overtime and the PTO, they want those each reported separately, and any other additions or adjustments are not included in any of the work comp audits that I've ever done.
Oh,
And
they
with the
want my
reports
sick
that
time,
I
they want
have,
all
they're
that.
Really? Well, every state's so different. Like Section 125, you know, they want them right off the W-2s. And I'm like, well, the W-2s have been adjusted for Section 125. And, you know, and if you look at the DOL, that's a different number than the 941. And so, you know, it's not an easy thing. I know that here, if you have an employee that's doing multiple kinds of work, you have to pick the highest rate.
that's with us too.
And that they get one code. One code.
Yeah. So those are the things.
Don't tell me those carpet cleaners are also putting in hardwood. Don't you tell me.
When we have as an interior design company that we work with, we had to educate the entire team to make sure they understood they are sales associates. They help bring their clients' dreams to reality. In that dream chasing, they don't ever touch a hammer, a nail, a tape measure, a pencil,
Ladder,
a wall, like
ladders.
anything of like that. Like, no, you don't ever help ever, because your rate just quadrupled if it is, right? So
Right.
that stuff's crazy. You can save, this is one of those things that it actually is part of advisory. You can truly save a company legitimately done right, not being sneaky, but you can save a company a lot of money. And
Absolutely you can.
I am very aggressive with my workers' comp calculations on a monthly basis. I tie it to the journal ledger, the whole thing. You know why? In the old days, we were doing write-up, and you would, you know, here comes the workers' comp bill, and then the next year they get audited, and you either get a big bill or you get a refund, and it's just this running target. But I had a client who got this massive refund, and back then it was write-up, so it was, you know, couple months before we really knew what was going on.
Yeah.
But he'd left off the subs. The auditor had left off the sub. So they had refunded a huge amount, shorted what the bill was for the new year. They caught it on the next audit, had to play catch up for the prior year, the current year, and then the deposit for the new 70 grand. He had to write a check for 70 grand. And I thought, okay,
wow.
That's a service I'm providing now. And I've seen auditors like everything ties, but they swap the numbers. And so, you know, gross wages were put in the wrong code. You know, I can catch stuff like that. And I've caught it so much over my career that I am real aggressive with it. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of tedious spreadsheets, but it's worth it.
I'll share my template with you, and you can try to tear it apart.
Well, let's come back to that. We'll do that. Yeah, I want to get Larry's talking about Windows 10 and the crazy things that are happening. Larry, are you with us?
Me.
Yes, I am. For some reason, my network is going in and out. So, but I've noticed that even the small icons that I put down in the taskbar, for example. So it's, you know, it's easy to click on them. They disappear. As soon as I do a reboot on the computer, it's like I have to set it up all over again. And I'm certain that it has to do with the Windows 10 nonsense.
The new update?
Yeah.
Mine's doing crazy stuff.
And mine's been updating a lot. I think I clicked on something where it updates the Defender, the Windows Defender.
Oh, okay.
So almost every day there's like a new little update to the Windows Defender part of it. And I mean, I also have other antivirus, but it's just, you know.
Takes your processing power and makes your computer super slow.
Right.
Trying to restart my computer is a 20-minute process.
So I just wonder
Glad it's only 20 minutes.
Just wonder if you guys been experiencing anything like that.
No, mine's been doing things like I'll go to move a window or like an email, and I have 3 monitors, and all of a sudden it just blows up massive across all 3 monitors. And I'm like, what? And then sometimes, like, I'm especially Outlook seems to be a problem. I'll go to open the, double click on the email, and it goes to open it, and it's really little. And I'm like, so it's the behavior is all new. I don't know what's causing it.
Right.
Dr. Ernest yesterday, he had a bad day. His Windows update trashed his Outlook.
Wow.
3 hours on the phone with support. They couldn't fix it, and then I guess he and Mark got on the phone last night and they were able to fix it. So I know what it was. It was an update, and then he went into the admin section of 365, and we're both E3s, I guess, as developers, and it said you need to set up 2-factor authentication. He said okay, and whatever he did completely obliterated it.
Wow. And
Right.
Shannon, you were having problems with Outlook too.
Really?
What did you say earlier, Shannon?
Earlier I said that now, and I've taken my computer to 2 tech guys, and they've both researched and told me the same thing, that when you have a hyperlink in Outlook and you want it to open, you can set your default browser and everything for HTML. But with one of the updates a couple months ago, it changed it so that every hyperlink is MHTML, and the only option to open those is Edge. So the only way to get around it is to copy the hyperlink and open it in your default browser manually,
Oh, that sucks.
which is a huge pain in the butt.
She wants back in.
It does stop you from having all your emails being tracked, though.
Well, I do notice that when these things happen, it resets. It's like everything resets to the Microsoft,
Default.
browsers and everything else. Yeah.
I've had problems opening up QuickBooks 2020, and now this explains it. With the window, I don't know if you've ever had
weird stuff. I'm having that with 17 too.
Right. Where when you open it and it's like a little tiny dot in the corner.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't think it's.
I know what to do when that happens. I can't imagine my clients experiencing that.
Right.
They'll think it's completely broken.
What do you do to fix it from the dot? Do you grab it and drag it or something?
And then
it's a window. It's almost like a
Yeah, like it shrunk the window down to nothing.
Yeah,
You have to
right.
kind of tease it out.
display problem.
It is. A lot of times I'll go to Windows, Display, and do something there.
Yeah, I've tried changing it just to like kick it in the fanny, maybe, but
Well, sometimes I
I
can't
haven't
even
had any
find
problems with mine, but mine is a brand new Dell laptop that I bought in June from Costco. So I think it was running a much later version of Windows 10. So, but I don't have multiple monitors or anything like that.
Or you have your automatic updates turned off.
No, I do not.
I do.
No.
yeah,
For
Mark
that
likes to
reason.
decide. But if they're
I have Windows updates automatically installing. I don't do that with QuickBooks. With QuickBooks, I usually wait 2 to 4 weeks to
So,
find out.
Don't type. Don't type.
No typing.
No typing. You haven't been trained. Gina, are you using 2020 or playing with it, or?
I am, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yes.
It's the only thing in the stores now, so I'm curious.
It is, yeah.
To me, the things that they have and they've improved are really great. I just haven't had any experience using them yet.
Yeah.
Got it.
Don't they, I think Hector and all say recommend waiting until like release 3 before we risk it.
Right. And I don't know if you've ever played with like batch invoicing.
Mm-hmm.
I have, and I've made mistakes and had times when I've gone back and re-invoiced people that I've already invoiced them for. I'm like, oh.
Oops.
So I don't really do that a whole lot, although I do have a client that invoices. They are a business group and they have dues once a year.
Yeah.
So the only way to do their invoicing for their hundreds of clients is by batch invoicing, because you certainly don't want to do one by one, you know.
Yeah.
So I do use it, and that won't be happening until January. So we'll see what happens.
It might be worth going to 2020 early for a client or two.
Yeah.
You do batch invoicing on QuickBooks Online Advanced.
Pardon me?
I said you could use the batch invoicing. Advanced does the batch invoicing also.
Oh, okay.
Just as a
Yeah, but it's way more
price difference, but-
expensive.
Good, tease me because I'm holding out. I'm holding out on desktop.
oh, you know, I'm a.
We'll talk. If they fix the
Yeah.
payroll, we'll talk.
It's hard. I am a true like hybrid appreciator of both, right? So.
Well, since they've increased the price and the price has gone up so much, pricing is really a factor that I do look at. And
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
particular client, there's nothing else that they would gain from that, from QuickBooks Advanced. So, you know, stay at the lower level. There's no
Completely
need
agree.
to pay for extra when you don't have to.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the enterprise and the premier discussion, you know, unless they absolutely have to go for some reason.
If there's something that they would use that they can't get away with and it would make them save time and money, then I would do it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the ROI has to be there. You have to be able to save more time than it costs in money
absolutely, absolutely.
all the time.
At the higher price, that means it has to do more than what it's doing.
I should mute.
So,
Well, I've been over here playing around with Internet Explorer on my other computer to try to do the export from
That's a dinosaur, but
QuickBooks.
Intuit loves
Well, that's how you have to do it. From QuickBooks Online to QuickBooks Desktop. And what's interesting is I can fully access from my accountant my books, but I cannot, from your practice, I cannot pull up the client list to save my life right now, to be able to get into a company file, basically. So, basically, I'm trying to see if it's possible somehow, right, for us to actually be able to export or not. So, right now, I'm not having much luck with it.
so you don't think that you can even do that, download
Turn it
to
off.
desktop from QBO?
Off.
What I'm trying to do right now is I'm about to record the process that I've got my Chrome open, and there's a URL change that happens where it says switch and then it puts the company ID in. I'm trying to capture that so I can paste that in on Internet Explorer and see if that will get me to the file. If I can do that, that may be the workaround that will make this all work.
I have all.
Wow. If you figure it out, please let us know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I did.
Didn't really change my December because I had some big plans. Huh. Okay.
I did find that Scaling New Heights Online is Tuesday, November 19th and Wednesday, November 20th.
Oh,
And
thank you.
but you can't register yet because there is no registration form up yet. And I just plan all these things out well in advance, and it bothers me that it seems like people are scheduling things last minute. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Okay, now that I have
really?
my paper calendar, you said November
19th, Tuesday, November 19th. And I don't have any hours for it.
Okay.
All I have is those 2 days from Woodard's website, and
Okay.
saying registration will be open soon. And when I
That's
went
because
to
we're still working on our sessions.
when I went to Woodard's website, I got this little chat saying, "Oh, hi, we're here to help you." And so I typed in, I said, "Well, I'm trying to find Scaling New Heights Online." And they said, "Great, we'll talk to you Monday." I'm like, a chat box. Hey, we're here to help you. Yeah, we'll help you Monday. No, don't tell me you're here to help me if you're not here to help me.
The chat box doesn't work on Saturdays and Sundays. Oh my gosh.
Well, you don't ever have to worry about this AI taking over from humans because humans do so much better a job. I tell all the humans that help me, and I always give them great ratings too because I don't want them to get rid of the humans.
That's hysterical. Oh my gosh.
Despite all the human problems in that, we're a hell of a lot better than the chatbots.
Love that. Sad, but I love it.
We are about out of time. Is there anything else anyone would like to talk about before we end for today?
Stay safe for this storm that's on the East Coast.
Again, yes.
Oh man, Mark's.
Oh, this is the.
Is it having
a cyclone or something?
Something. I believe it's a tropical storm. It has a name. I haven't paid attention because I'm in denial. But yeah, Mark's coming back from Atlanta early because he doesn't want to drive in it. Oh, and we had a bike ride scheduled for tomorrow night.
Oh.
And they had to cancel it. So it's apparently gonna be really ugly tomorrow, which will be a good day. I'll have to have all the machines off, of course. It'll be a good day to clean out closets or something. You know, look at the price.
Right. I go storm on East Coast.
Yes, storm on East Coast. So
I've read about it, and they had a weird name. And a bomb cyclone. That's what it is. A northeast bomb cyclone.
Yeah.
Boom.
Because there's going to be tornadoes and things, I think.
Oh, it says powerful winds knock out power to 500,000. That's half a million people.
It's coming.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that happened.
No, that couldn't have happened yet. I think they're saying it's going to happen.
Okay, well, we did just have a bomb cyclone go through this particular area about a day ago with incredible winds, incredible up to 60-mile-an-hour winds.
Yes.
Correct.
Crazy.
Wow.
In California, when the power goes out like that, it's just another day with Edison.
Yeah. or PG&E. It's like, oh yeah. Oh, gas is $5. Yeah, now it's $5.25. No, it's $5.50. It's like, do I hear $5.60?
Amen for working from home.
That's right. On that note, we're going to end for this week. Stay safe, everyone, wherever you are. See you next week.
Happy birthday, Lynda.